High on a mountainside in old Japan, where the wind smelled like pine and iron, there lived a stonecutter named Tasaki. Every morning before the sun touched the rice fields, Tasaki was already at work. Clink, clink, clink. His chisel bit into the mountain skin, and the mountain gave up its bones one block at a time. The work was hard. The summer sun baked his neck. In winter, his fingers split from cold. When he carried stone down to the village, the road dust filled his mouth and the cart wheels groaned like old men. Still, Tasaki was good at his work. He could look at a rough boulder and see the temple gate inside it. He could strike once and the stone would fall clean, as if it had been waiting to be free. But at night, lying on his thin straw mat, Tasaki would stare at the ceiling and think, "Is this all I am? A man who breaks rock while other men ride in carriages." One market day, Tasaki delivered stone for a new storehouse. The owner was a merchant draped in silk the color of deep water. The merchant's fingers were soft. Servants fanned him while he counted coins. When he laughed, the whole street seemed to lean in. Tasaki set down his last block and bowed, sweat cutting lines through the dust on his face. The merchant tossed him his pay without looking up. A single coin rolled away. Tasaki chased it, and the merchant's servant smirked. That night, Tasaki could not sleep. "A merchant," he whispered to the dark. "A merchant is not sunburned. A merchant does not bow to pick up his own pay. If only I were a merchant, I would be happy." The mountain was old, and sometimes old things listen. A voice came from the stone wall beside his mat. It was not loud. It was like the sound a river makes under ice. "Your wish is heard," it said. "Sleep, stonecutter." Tasaki woke to silk on his skin. His hands were soft. His house was now a fine one with a garden. In the courtyard, clerks bowed to him. At first, it was everything he wanted. He ate fish with his rice. He drank tea from cups so thin he could see light through them. People called him master and asked his opinion on the price of cloth. But merchants have fears that stone cutters never meet. Thieves eyed his warehouse. Rival merchants spread lies about his scales. He lay awake adding numbers in his head, and each number was a door someone could break down. One afternoon, the local lord's procession passed. The lord rode in a palanquin carried by 6 men. Guards cleared the road. Even the proudest merchants knelt in the dust and did not look up until the lord had passed. Tasaki knelt too, and his new silk robes touched the dirt. "Ah," he thought, "a merchant still bows. But a lord bows to no one. If only I were a lord, then I would truly be powerful. Then I would be happy." That night, the voice in the stone spoke again. "Your wish is heard. Sleep, merchant." He did not hate the stone. He hated feeling small. He woke to the sound of drums. He was heavier now, in robes layered like armor. Servants dressed him. When he spoke, scribes wrote it down. If he frowned, the room got quiet. He had land. He had soldiers. Farmers brought him the first fruits of their fields. But he also had the eyes of the governor on him, and the whispers of other lords. If it rained too much, it was his fault. If bandits raided, it was his fault. He sat through long meetings about taxes and borders until his head ached. One summer day, the heat was cruel. It beat down on his courtyard, on his soldiers, on the backs of farmers in the fields. Even in his coolest room, sweat ran down his spine. He stepped onto his balcony and saw everyone below hiding from the sun. He looked up. The sun was a perfect, blazing lord in the sky. It did not ask permission. It did not fear governors. It gave light to rich and poor alike, and no one could command it. "If only I were the sun," Tasaki said aloud. "To be that high, that free, that unquestioned. Then I would be happy." The mountain's voice was now almost fond. "Your wish is heard. Sleep, my lord." To be the sun was to be fire without a body. Tasaki rose without effort. He stretched light across the sea. He saw the whole land at once, the bend of rivers, the squares of rice fields, the temple roof he had once built stone for. He burned away the morning mist. He made the hawks cry out in joy. He felt vast. For a while, it was enough. Then a cloud came. It was not big. It was not clever. But it slid in front of him, and where it passed, his light was gone. Children in the villages clapped because the heat broke. Farmers looked up and thanked the cloud. Tasaki burned hotter, but the cloud did not care. It drifted, slow and stubborn, and swallowed his rays. A cloud can defeat me, he thought, astonished. Then a cloud has more power than the sun. If only I were a cloud, to drift and to bring coolness, to answer to no one. Then I would be happy. Your wish is heard, said the mountain. Sleep, sun. As a cloud, Tasaki was free of roads. He rolled over mountains and coasts. He became rain and touched every leaf. He gathered himself into storms and threw lightning that made the night day for a heartbeat. Villages shut their doors when he passed. He liked the power. He liked the way the world got quiet under him. Until one day he tried to reign over a mountain. He struck it with wind. He poured water until the paths became rivers. But the mountain Saturday. It did not move. It did not bow. The water ran down its sides, and the mountain drank what it wanted and let the rest go. Tasaki pushed and pushed. He thundered. The mountain said nothing, because stone does not need to speak to be strong. I cannot move it, Tasaki realized. This mountain is stronger than storm and sun and lord and merchant. If only I were the mountain solid, patient, unmoved by the world. Then nothing could trouble me. Then I would be happy. The voice that lived in the stone was quiet for a long time. Then it said, Are you certain, StoneCutter? This is your last wish. I am certain, said the cloud. Sleep, then, said the mountain. Tasaki woke to stillness. He was vast. He was rooted deep in the earth. Seasons passed over him like thoughts. Rain carved his face slowly. Moss wrote on him in green. He felt the sun, but it did not burn him. He felt the cloud, but it did not move him. For the first time in a long while, he was content. Then he felt it. A tiny, sharp, familiar pain at his base. Clink.